So I wanted to show you a side-by-side comparison, give you a good look from every angle just so you can see the differences before I put them. It comes with this all assembled, which makes it easier. You don't have to add any of this. All these are sewn and tucked in. They don't have the outward seams that the original wheel has. So on some of my other Teslas that I've had, once I've had them for 2, 3, 4 years, these all start to unravel because they're just stitching, they're just thread. I don't see that happening just because, as you can see here, like all these seams are tucked in. I have the extra on top, that's the whole point of it. But how much wider the yoke is on both sides compared to the old ones. So just side by side, if you stack them on end, you can see total, you're about an inch wider. What you're giving up without having a top to it here is you have a wider base here on the bottom that you're going to be able to hold on to. And because of its fatter, it actually grips a little bit better.
In case you're wondering, the heated steering wheel, does it still work? The answer is yes. However, this might be the one area where it's maybe a little deficient compared to the old one. So if you have a Cybertruck and you've touched this wheel before, especially when the 2 levels of heat is on, it is really hot. This does still get warm. In fact, I'd still say very warm. It's just not to the same level as before. But then again, I don't think you're actually expecting this to warm your hands. I think it's just to take that edge off on a cold day. It definitely still does that. The heated steering wheel still heats. Okay, so I'm going to take just a second now and drive with it and kind of talk through the feel and how it relates to the other wheel. So obviously you can't drive with a hand up here. I liked kind of the rounded edge of the original truck wheel. I found myself driving like that a lot. So obviously you can't do that the same like this here. But noticing the little ridges here, which makes that kind of like that cockpit airplane steering yoke type feel, is I have found myself just resting my thumbs right here, and it's actually really comfortable to do. In addition, I find myself putting my different figures on there different times. I'm driving a longer distance, whether I'm driving like this, or even like this. It also makes it really nice for just one-handed driving. But here I can make a one-handed turn real easily, no effort, because with the steer-by-wire, 4-wheel steering, it's real easy. With that extra wide base it gives you, it actually makes it easier to rest your elbows while you're driving. So I can put one elbow here on the center console and one over here on the little door rest, and now I can drive while resting my arms. It actually makes it really comfortable driving longer distances. The turn signals work still just as before. No problems there. Your wiper's going to work just the same. So all the settings still work just fine. I'm going to go ahead and do a one-handed U-turn. Just a complete 360 just so you see, again, the functionality of it here. So I'm pulling out here. So I'm going to kind of go towards this intersection here. And again, just one hand. You can still easily do a complete inversion. I'm actually doing more than a 360-degree turn. Still no problem. So you're not giving up any kind of functionality at all. A lot of different comfortable places to grab while you're using this, whether it's down low, up top, or one of these just single-handed.